Hello everybody. I was tagged by a sleepy reader who wanted to know what was on my to-read pile. Here are some of the books. I'll hover over some of them and then briefly go over each stack. Ironically, Sleepy Reader, Tim Morant, and some other YouTubers I've been watching are responsible for some of these stacks. So I think they are as responsible for these books as I am, I guess. Here we go. Where to begin? Let's see. Oh, I guess we'll begin. Everything is falling here. With Crossed. About a week and a half ago, I began reading this series, which is wonderfully disturbing. And this is all that I have left of the stack. Those of you familiar with the series know that there are no boundaries in this book. There is a virus that turns people into sex cannibals. The stories are reminiscent of two movies, a Serbian film, that's the title of it, and Trouble Every Day. You can look up those films if you're interested. A Trouble Every Day I like, and I'll view every once in a while. A Serbian film I had to give away. I watched it once, and I mean, it was a fascinating movie to watch. But it's extremely disturbing. An acquaintance of mine who's a horror fan, a true horror aficionado, I told him about it, and he watched it, and I said, "You can keep it." And in a way, I regret giving it away because I think I should have kept the film. And I didn't get rid of it for any moral reasons of any kind, but it's a movie that just unfortunately stays with you, and not in a good way. After I saw it, I remember having to watch Amelie again, which I like very much. But yeah. So here's some of the issues that I have to read. And these are the Crossed that I've read in the past week and a half. So my dreams have been rather interesting. I read all this stack here. And all of this stack here. And which is not the entire series, apparently. I'm missing quite a few. What started it all was I came across 50-cent bins of Alan Moore's run on the Crossed. And I got interested in the series, and I said, okay. So I picked up all the others. So, in any event. So that's part one of what's on my read list. The others are, I finished volume 1 of Strangers in Paradise by the remarkable Terry Moore. And all I need now is to begin actually volume 2. Again, if you've not read Terry Moore's book, it's absolutely worthwhile. And on my reread lists, I have the following. I'm rereading Ranzerocks, who I discovered when I was a kid in the pages of Heavy Metal magazine, by Damburini and Liberatore. And this is most of the work. It was rather brief. But the artwork I always found fascinating. It's an amoral world in this series. Eventually I'll probably do a video about him. Where actually the only really good person in the video is the android. He's got an adolescent girlfriend. There are children in subways with acid guns, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds. Humanity is entirely depraved. And Ransrock's all he cares about is his girlfriend Lubna, who is many times unfaithful to him. But don't mess with her, and if you do, well, it's not going to be pretty. I always found this series utterly fascinating. It's one of my favorites. And I saw in Sleepy Reader that he had gotten this copy. I didn't know this was out, which is Jules' The Lone Sloan series, Volume 1. I think it's Volume 1. I had read these in the pages as heavy metal, but now it's in this nice one volume. So, this is something I want to reread again. Last week, I got Volume 4 of Valentina, a series I've spoken about in the past. And I've been reading this as well. It's absolutely beautiful. Again, she's my favorite, one of my favorite comic strips ever. By Guido Creepex. This is Volume 4. And I'm rereading Volume 1, 2, and 3 as well. Well, I plan to. Volume 1. 3, not in order. And 2. Also in my to-read list, I got all these, I think for under $10 a couple of months ago. The Fatah books by Brew Baker and Sean Phillips. There are many YouTubers that I like that admire this, so I'm looking forward to reading it. I got all 25 issues, again for a rather cheap price. I got them as a bundle in one of the bookstores. Tim Morant has been recommending East and West, which I also found in trades and in individual series, so I'm looking forward to reading this. I've read the omnibuses of the Walking Dead, but I need to read issues 95 to the present. I got more than half of these, again, in one of the local used bookstores for less than $1 each. And the others I got on the internet, and I got lucky, and I didn't pay very much for them. But it's quite a bit. And last weekend at, well, again, one of the local bookshops, they had all of these, this giant stack, and I asked them, can I get the whole thing? Just give me a number, and it was $15. I think 15 is like the magic number at this bookstore. And it's the God is Dead series, from 1 until, I don't think I have these in order. I think it's almost up to the current run, whatever that is. So I have all this to read as well. And let's see. Oh, right over here. These I picked up as well. I got them all as a set. The sex books. I'm not sure what these are about. For some reason, they remind me of Mr. X, although I doubt that they're going to be anything like Mr. X in the sense that, except that it involves a city and someone coming back and making right what was wrong. Because Mr. X had no sex in the series. So I have all this entire run through. And I don't know why, but I keep putting this off. I keep reading Deadly Class. I have them all. And I think I bought the first 10 issues, I think initially. I found them all together, and I just got them like for $5. And then picked up the others. And speaking of $5, also over the weekend, they had a bundle of these, and I said again, how much can I get all these for? $5. And Jennifer's Blood, which initially was started by Garth Ennis, I think. Yes. It's not the entire run, but it's most of it. So that's also on my to-read list. And finally, let's see. I believe that is it. So, let's thank you, Sleepy Reader. He's a channel I always go to. Him and Tim's and a few others that I just find whatever they have, it's always fascinating. And certainly Sleepy Reader's insights into books is wonderful. He also had tagged, I think, Earl Grey, someone else I like very much. And if you have not gone to any of them, any of their website, any of their channels, they're worthwhile. Again, Sleepy Reader and Earl Grey, and also Mr. Tim Morant. Thank you very much. Happy reading.